Howdy y'all, welcome back. This is one of my many ongoing projects. This is a 55 DeSoto, two-door hardtop. I believe they consider this the Sportsman. But I've had this thing for quite a few years. It sat in the woods for about 40 years. And the buddy I worked with, we pulled it out. We did a lot of pulling out of the woods and some of the other stuff on his channel, weekend restoration. But been sitting down here in this building for quite some time. The engine was stuck when I got first in here. You couldn't budge it, so it's been sitting here, and I took the spark plugs out of it and had my mixture of PB blaster and ATF fluid, and just keep squirting down in the plug holes and putting an air hose to it and blowing it all around, letting it sit. So the other day I come down here and put some more in it and blew it around. Figured I'd just, for the heck of it, try it, and got a ratchet on the crank and it broke free. So I kept spinning it, and it really, once it broke free, it spun the whole way over. No tight spots or anything. So I put some of the cables back on, the stuff that we had ripped off when we took the fenders and everything, and I didn't. The wiring is pretty rough. I just took the wire right to the starter, and used a jumper switch to turn it over, and it does turn over. No funny noises or anything. I pulled the oil filter off. It's old school cartridge, to see if it was pumping, and it pumps oil, but it's awful sludgy in there. So I'm gonna see if I can find a new filter and get some oil in it. And the carburetor, it's kind of stuck. It's not in terrible shape, but the butterflies are kind of corroded and frozen in there. So I'm just gonna take the carburetor off and take it back to the other shop and work on it a little bit, or look around. There may be something out there that's replaceable. Just I still don't know what kind of condition the engine is. Something sits for 40 years and stuck, and then it breaks free. It doesn't usually end up being a smoke-free good engine. It usually needs rebuilt, but you never know. But I don't want to dump too much money in it yet till I figure out which way I'm going to go. So I'm working on it here, trying to get everything on these old cars were steel lines and not a lot of plastic. So I'm trying to get these. I did get the steel line out of the carburetor for the feed line down from the old fuel pump, and I'll probably just, when I get to trying to fire this, I'll put a little tank, just a can here with a 12-volt electric pump, just for right now, because this old fuel pump's got the sediment bowl and everything on it. And so I'm going to continue here trying to get some of these lines. So far everything has come apart, but these old lines, everything was flare nut, and I haven't had. Oh yeah, here we go. Kind of a testament of the steel that was used to make all this stuff back in the 50s. Got the right tools to break things loose properly. Seems to be working out okay. So the studs that hold this carburetor on look a little shaky, but what do we got here? That's that. But this was This is a Fire Dome 8. Ooh, good deal there too. The old gal I bought this off of kind of seemed like she could have been an old-time hot rodder back in the day, and she said that this had the bigger hemi in it. Now I can't remember which one that is, if that's like a 391, but I gotta look at the serial number and see what it originally came with. And then we'll go from there, trying to figure out exactly what it is. Yeah, lost my wrench. Here we go. Ooh, this might end up being the downfall here. Yeah, maybe not. There she goes, that one. But man, if this, like I said, this is a really rough car. Sat in the woods for 40 years. The front part of the floor is all rotted out. Not bad. I mean, can all be redone. Just depends on how much you want to put into it. But it's kind of cool. It's got the 3 on the tree, and I don't know if we get her going, if I'm going to leave that in there or try to put a 4-speed in it, but we will cross that road when we get there. Another one come loose. But I just got a little bits at a time here. I've got all them other, see all the other videos I got that pretty good at getting stuff started and kind of slowing down on them, but it's not enough hours in the day. Well, they look like they're all, see if these ones look a little worse on this side. Ooh, yeah, that coming through. Tighter to get on here. There we go. Well, okay. Looks like that'll come off without too much trouble. So, stay tuned and we'll get this thing off of there and get it cleaned up and see what we can do. And still may not even have any compression, I don't know, but I got to do a little more cleaning up and lubing up and see what happens and go from there. So thanks for watching and stay tuned, and hopefully we'll see this thing running here in the next time. Catch y'all later.